Merry Christmas, everybody. Sorry for the little late start. Had to do something real quick. Had to do a quick couple checks here on the old mic. Speaking of which, do a little check see to make sure I'm up and running. Sorry for the little late start. Keep in mind, here for those of you that are new, like this Rocky fella I'm seeing here. Rocky also being a Steeler fan. You shall join me in my misery. Because I'm expecting the absolute worst here out of the Steelers. America is saying 73% Bengals. I'm surprised that number's not higher. Tony, Rodney Harrison, and Floria's going with the Steelers. What kind of eggnog are they drinking? But anyway, I decided I'm over my sickness enough to where I can actually speak coherently and do some live play-by-play, but more live reaction. I usually would have the names of both sides written down, but I didn't write the list out because I decided to do this at the last week. I'm on Bradshaw. You picked the Steelers. What the hell? Not Jason Garrett. Jason Garrett's going to pick the Bengals at least. Oh, thank God he came to his senses somewhat. Well, thank you, Rocky. I appreciate the kind words. Sometimes my streams can be a bit dull when it comes to my reactions because some of the Steelers games have been dull. Like the Arizona one, I literally cut off at halftime during the delay because it was literally me 20 minutes just looking at my phone, waiting for the game to come back on and decided to say, screw it. Just cut it off. It's not even saved. But considering I didn't miss much, yeah, you get it. And I didn't stream the Patriots one because I had to get up early in the morning on a Friday morning. I didn't want to stay up till midnight for that game. Thank God. I would have cut that off at halftime, but I would have kept that in there because my reactions to being down 21-3 would have been crazy. Didn't stream the Colts one last Saturday because I was sick. So hence why there's been a 3-week gap between here on my streams. And I now just saw your question, Rocky, about why I didn't stream the Pats game. I have to get up at 4 a.m. to do my actual work. I'm not paid to do this. I'm just doing this for fun. I don't have enough subscribers to be monetized to begin with. I believe you have to have either 500 or 1,000. I don't know how that works. Future reference: if am I going to stream the Seattle game next Sunday and the Ravens game to follow? That one I'm playing that one by day. I mean, I get it, but if we lose today, we're basically going to be out of the playoffs. Even though technically, because they were showing this on the screen, they had their CNBC guy, I think that was showing the numbers on if they won, their percentage was this. If they lost, their percentage was this. Our percentage, if we somehow win this game against the Bengals, is still going to be only 13%, according to him. If we lose this, then we wouldn't be mathematically eliminated because it would be technically 0.04%. And it's like, oh, great view, by the way. Whoever got that aerial shot, I don't know if that's a drone, but still, get that guy a raise. Rocky, I already answered your question about the Pats game here because it was A Thursday night, here, I'm not going to stream a Thursday night game when I have to get up in the morning, especially when I was busy as I was at work. Showing Noah Eagle, Ian Eagle's little brother, I presume. And Tom Blackledge, I believe of the 1983 NFL draft class. You probably are the only one in the chat, Rocky. Probably a lot of people are, with their families, especially on a Saturday evening, having their parties and all that, whatnot. Oh, yeah. Real quick here before we get the game going, I'll show you the schedule for this week. As you can see in the upper left-hand corner, we've already played our Thursday night game between the Saints and Rams. Rams came away with a 30-22 victory. Really, the Rams kind of dominated that game. The score may depict otherwise, but Rams offensively, the Saints didn't have an answer for them. Rams, I think, are, I don't want to say a shoo-in to get in the playoffs, but the way the NFC looks, I think the Rams, all they need to do is win next week and they're in. Later tonight on Peacock, we got the Bills trying to keep their playoff hopes alive against the Chargers. Obviously, they got their eyes on this game here, wanting to see the Steelers play spoiler pretty much at this point. I expect the Bills to win by at least 2 touchdowns, considering there's no Justin Herbert for the Chargers. Then we go to tomorrow. We have the Lions and the Vikings. If the Lions were to win, or if it ends in a tie, the Lions will have won their first NFC North Division championship since it became the NFC North. They haven't won a division title since it was called the NFC Central, all the way back in 1993. So 30 years in between division title droughts. Also, we got a very pivotal AFC wildcard match, Cleveland at Houston. Now, Houston will not have C.J. Stroud tomorrow. It's going to be Case Keenum at the start, with Joe Flacco at the helm for the Cleveland Browns. Both Kevin Stefanski and DeMeco Ryans here, terrific starts, or terrific years. I imagine maybe one of them could win Coach of the Year. If not, we're going to switch over real quick to the Colts and the Falcons. Here's another coach that I think could win Coach of the Year, and Steve Steichen. Done a terrific job with the Colts. A very impressive performance last week in the second half against the Steelers. I imagine the Colts are going to win that one against Atlanta because Atlanta's too sus. They don't know what they're doing, especially with their coach Arthur Smith. Green Bay, Carolina. Green Bay should win that one. And if they lose to Carolina somehow, I think Joe Barry should be fired on Boxing Day. Seattle and Tennessee. Seattle, I don't know what to think of Seattle, really. Seattle should win, but at the same time, I don't even know. And as the aforementioned Tank Bowl, we got Washington and the Jets, 2 teams that are currently sitting in top 10 in the draft order. I believe Washington, if I remember right, was 4, and the Jets are, I think, 6. I'd have to look back at it. Here, but anyway, going to the 4 o'clock games tomorrow. Jacksonville against Tampa. We still don't know if Trevor Lawrence is going to go. He is traveling with the team, which is a positive sign that he may go, but still it's not confirmed whether he's out or he's in, but he is traveling with the team. The other Tank Bowl, Arizona against the Bears. Bears also in the top 10. Arizona number 2 overall, I believe, or maybe I think they're number 3 actually. I think New England's 2 and Arizona 3. I got the Bears winning that one. I think Bears just have enough offense. There might be a lot of offense in this game actually between Arizona and Chicago. Speaking of offense, how about Dallas and Miami? Very pivotal matchup here. Eh? Miami trying to stay ahead of the AFC. Miami would clinch the AFC East with a win, and if Buffalo were to lose tonight, Dallas has already clinched a playoff spot, still sitting atop the NFC East, looking to stay ahead of the pack. or stay ahead of Philly for that, really. Or try to keep a hold of that number 2 spot. Sunday night, I don't even know why they made this Sunday night, but New England at Denver. I got Denver should win this one very soundly. Then we go to Christmas Day. I see Kansas City dominating the Raiders because they usually do. Same with Philly and the Giants. Philly should dominate, even though Philly's been struggling as of late, but the Giants seem like a good team to rebound off of. And then Christmas night, yowza. Ravens at 49ers. The game's about to get going, so I'm going to get this reset here. Ravens and 49ers, it could be a game, it could be a matchup we might be seeing one more time in 7 weeks' time. As Brett Kiesel try to lead the terrible towel charge. Steelers are going to kick off to Cincinnati first. It looks like so the Steelers will receive the ball to start the third quarter as Boswell will kick from left to right. Chase Brown in the end zone to take the return. And this game is underway. And through the end zone for a touchback, I see the Steelers decided to paint the end zones yellow with the black letters, as they would as it seems like they would normally do now with the excuse me, as if it was what Three River Stadium would look like. Now this beer is giving me the hiccups. As we see Jake Brown for the first time on a shotgun to the sidecar right. Takes the snap and the give off to. It looks like it was Joe Mixon, and Mixon's only going to get a yard. So far, Mixon it's only lost one. I think he's only lost his only start that he's lost so far was to us in the first meeting at Cincinnati. It was only a 16-10 score, but you see Brown again with a shotgun with a sidecar left this time. Takes the snap. Fires a dump, and it's going to be to Mixon. Mixon's going to get to the 30. He's going to get to the 34 for a gain of about 7 yards. So, we'll give him 8, actually. It's going to be third and about 1. And again on shotgun, and this time it looks like might be a draw play here up the middle here, 3rd and 1. Nope, no draw. Going to look to his left. Fires a pass caught, first down to the 40-yard line. And it looks like that was, I believe, their tight end, number 80. Or maybe there's a rookie. I don't have a list in front of me who's who here. Oh, that's a rookie receiver. Iosibas, I believe that's how you pronounce it. 6th-round selection out of Princeton. From their own 41, and Brownie takes another shotgun snap. Throws a quick screen to Mixon, and Mixon catches it, but he was better off dropping that because he lost 3 yards as he was shoved out of bounds. The hell, we got a draft in the first round anyway. Now that I'm thinking about it. 2nd down and 12. From their own 39, they needed Steelers 49 for a first. Again in shotgun. Takes a snap, fires to his right. The pass is nearly intercepted. And that was Levi Wallace there in the coverage. He almost raked that in for an interception. Tended for 87 of the Bengals. Now 3rd and long. Again, they need the Steelers 49 for a first. Again in shotgun. Takes a snap. He's just got to fire a screen pass to the 40, 45, but he's only going to get to the 47. He's going to be 4 yards shy of a first down. And that was Sample who was on the catch and run. So the Steelers only give up 1 first down, and that's it. And punt is away. Calling for a fair catch at his own 7-yard line is Calvin Austin III, and we're going to see Rudolph for the first time. No, we're not Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Currently, right now, the Bengals sit as the number 6 seed in the AFC. A win here would obviously keep them at said position. Even if Cleveland were to lose tomorrow, Cincinnati would not have a tiebreaker over Cleveland due to the fact that Cleveland beat them on the season opener. Currently, the number 7 seed belongs to the Colts due to tiebreakers over Houston and Buffalo. And it says here that Patrick Peterson was playing safety today. Well, somebody has to, I guess, considering Casey, with that hit he made last week, checked himself out for the season. So here's the thing. I want the Steelers to win, but at the same time, even if we do win our last 3 and we somehow BS our way into the playoffs, are we good enough to beat a Kansas City or a Miami? No, we're not good enough to beat those teams. Because I don't think we're beating Baltimore, even if Baltimore was playing for something, which chances are they could not be. There's a chance that Baltimore might not be playing for anything by the time we get there. And we see Rudolph for the first time in a pistol formation. Looks like Najee in the backfield. And the pitch to Najee. And Najee from their own 8 is going to get to about the 14-yard line, so a decent gain to start for 6 yards. Second down 4. Mason on a shotgun sidecar to right. As Najee to his right. And looks to his left, fires left, pass caught. George Pickens to the 40, 35, 40. 45 midfield and more. 40 to the 30, 20, and he is gone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Holy shit, just like that. Just threw a simple slant pattern up here up the middle to Pickens, and Pickens was gone. Well, that's a shock. Boswell's extra point is up and good. 10:45 left in the first. The fuck was this last week? Or the previous 3 weeks, for that matter? Jesus. Fucking, I benched George Pickens in a lot of my fantasy leagues too. Fuck. That was a mistake. Oh, boy. Woo. Kickoff win in the end zone for a touchback. Okay, here's Browning for his second possession. Starting from their 25. Yet again. Give to Mixon, and Mixon's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Yeah, it'll be 2nd and 10. Oh, boy. 2nd down, they actually gave him a yard. 2nd and 9. Fires a quick slant pass here. Pass caught by Irwin. And Irwin's going to be tackled about the 31-yard line. And so it'll be about a 3rd and 4 coming up. Showing the Bengals offense how poorly they ran the ball last time against the Steelers. They only ran it 11 times for 25 yards. That's barely 2 yards a touch. 3rd and 3 coming up for the Steelers. The Bengals need their own 35. Takes a snap. Looks. Has time. Looks. He fires to the middle. Pass caught wide open as Higgins to the 50 and tackled at the Steeler 44-yard line. T. Higgins. Terrific job by the Bengals O-line to get Browning enough time to find T up the middle. Needed 3 yards. He got way more than that. Gain of 23 on that one from the Steeler 45. The Bengals are moving. Takes the shotgun snap as Browning, and that's a draw handoff up the middle, and it getting about 3 yards. Is number 2 of the Bengals, I believe that's 30. That's Chase Brown, who's had some production as of late. Last 3 games, he's seen 42 snaps. He's gotten a touchdown and 100-plus yards on both ends. Second down, 6 coming up. Shotgun with sidecars on both sides. 2 wideouts to the left. Now motions a man left. Takes a snap. He looks. Under pressure, he's just got to throw that one to the pump. No, it's caught! I thought he was throwing it away. And somehow, Io Sivis ends up with it. He just threw a duck, and somehow it landed in Io Sivis. It's a first down Bengals. Despite the pressure, just threw a duck, and somehow Io Sivis was the only one there. First and 10 for the Steeler 29. Browning again takes a shotgun snap. Again has time. Just fires it to the line of scrimmage. Pass caught and running for about 5 or 6 yards is Wilcox, 84. So it'll be about a 2nd and 4 coming up for the Bengals. As they look to answer, George Pickett's bomb. Shotgun with 2 wideouts to both sides. Takes a snap, fires a quick screen to Tyler Boyd. Boyd to the 20. First down and pushed out of bounds at the 17-yard line is, of course, Clareton, PA's own Tyler Boyd. He has had a history of having some good outings against the Steelers ever since he was drafted by the Bengals. First and 10 from the 17. Browning under center this time. And they give the Mixon. Mixon's going to get only to the 16 as Larry Ogunjobi with a nice tackle. Excuse me, that was Robinson on the tackle. That was Mark Robinson on the tackle, excuse me. 99 is Larry. So 2nd down and 9 coming up from the 16. Bengals need the 7 for a first. On shotgun this time. Io Sivis motions right. Takes a snap. Looks left. Now fires at the middle, and the pass is caught. No, dropped. It's intended for Io Sivis. He thought it was caught, but no, he dropped it. So it'll be 3rd and 8 coming up. 3rd and the long 8, we'll call it. Them showing Joe Burrow on the sideline, who's out for the year with a bad wrist injury to his throwing hand. Steelers try to hold to a field goal. Takes a snap. Browning looks right. Now he scrambles right. Hayward with the pressure and just throwing this one, and the pass is intercepted! Intercepted in the end zone. It's Patrick Peterson. Oh, why did Jake Browning throw that? I thought he was throwing that one away, too. Terrible throw by Browning. And the Steelers with a takeaway in the end zone. Maybe he was trying to throw it away and it didn't get enough air in it, but nonetheless. Holy cow. It's a weird start to this game. Oh, Browning, what was that throw? I'm reacting like I'm a Bengals fan. I'm not. I'm a Steelers fan, but here I'm looking at that throw going, why are you throwing that? Like, Jake, you had nobody. Throw that one to the popcorn vendor. That's QB 101 stuff there. If it's not there, throw it to the seats. Kick the field goal, make it 7-3. We got other drives. Now you're going to be chasing those points. My God. If Mason Rudolph throws that ball, I'm losing my shit. I like that commercial they're showing here. The three old ladies here going, taking a snow ride. That's cool. Great googly moogly. What was that throw? Yeah, Rocky, Houston's got their guy in CJ. He's out tomorrow, though, so this is going to be a problem for him, especially against Cleveland's very stout defense. From their own 20, Mason Rudolph with their second drive of the day with 5 minutes left. And to give the Najee up the middle, Najee's going to fight his way forward. He's going to get about 7 yards. So 2nd and 3 coming up. Mason Rudolph has shown he has not started since we tied against the Detroit Lions. No Kenny Pickett. 2nd and 3 coming up. Fires a pass caught. That is to 11. That is Allen Robinson, the second, for a first down. So far, I'm already off on my prediction about the Steelers, or at least in this quarter, from their own 40. And the draw hit off to Ward after a low snap, and Ward's going to get about 3 yards. This would be a huge blow. A loss here for the Bengals is a huge blow to their playoff chances. Here, I believe it said only 13% if they were to lose today. Under center is Mason on 2nd and 7. Najee in the backfield. And the pitch to Najee runs left. And he's only going to get 2 yards. So it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up, 2:49 to go in the opening frame. 3rd and 5. Mason takes the snap. Looks, fires a screen to Warren. Warren's going to get the first down of the 50 to the 45 to the Bengals 40. Get tackled at the 48-yard line. It's James Warren. Or Jalen Warren, not James Warren, excuse me. Needed 5. He got about, what was it? Needed 5, got 17. Steelers drive it again. They're at the Bengals 37, excuse me. Under center is Mason. Warren in the backfield. And they give to Warren. And Warren to the 35 and tackled at the 33-yard line for about 4 yards. 1:30 to go in the first. I mean, obviously the best case scenario for the Steelers as far as playoff consideration is if the other 8 and 6 teams lose. Mason with a shotgun sidecar, and he passes caught. Deontay Johnson, was he in bounds at the 20? They're saying yes, he was in bounds at the 20-yard line for a first down. Oh, excuse me, Allen Robinson the second. Bengals may want to look at that. I'm not sure. Clock ticking to 30 seconds. Doesn't seem like the Bengals are going to challenge this. From the 19. And the Steelers are going to have to call a timeout. The play clock was about to go dead with 18 seconds left, and the Steelers will call their first timeout of the half. But yeah, that's best case scenario for the Steelers as far as trying to get in is if obviously they need the Colts to lose at some point. You got the Colts and Texans to deal with as far as tiebreakers, or if maybe, or even if the Jaguars fall off. We've lost all 3 of those teams, so we can't have a tie with them. There is a meeting between the Colts and the Texans at the end of the year. And they give the Najee. Najee the 15-10. And for a first down, tackle for a first down, the 6-yard line, Najee Harris. It's going to be first and goal. And that will be the last play of the first quarter. A terrific first quarter for the Steelers. So far, so good. As far as both sides look. Steelers were giving up first downs on defense, and Jake Browning throws an absolute duck. And oh my God, they brought the Caveman commercials back?
What do you want me to say? I haven't done Geico for 20 years, and then this shows up. Mr. Caveman, we're ready to ask you to participate in the Geico documentary. The story covers many things, like
what the hell? I'm not live streaming the Buffalo game, Rocky. I don't have that. I'm not subscribed to Peacock. I don't think I can get it on NBC. Here, let me check real quick and make sure about that. Nope, not going to get it. The only other game that I live streamed that wasn't the Steelers was Miami and Kansas City, and that was when they were in Germany. And I thought that was going to be one of the best games of the year. It was an okay game. Both defenses actually played pretty decent. I might stream playoff games. I'm not sure yet. Start of the second, Mason's under center with Warren in the backfield. And they faked the Warren. And Mason throws a quick screen to Robinson, but the Bengals read that one well. Robinson only got back to the line of scrimmage, so it's going to be 2nd and goal from the 6. That was Battle on the tackle. Mason with Warren as a Mason and shotgun. Warren in the sidecar. They're going to try a jet sweep. Austin, touchdown, Pittsburgh! The jet sweep blocked! Is there a blue moon out there? The jet sweep worked? Great blocking up front, too. Oh, my goodness. What a swing that interception was. The extra point is good. 14:21 to go in the second, and the Steelers, 2 drives and 2 touchdowns. Holy shit. Surprisingly, I'm surprised. So what the hell is going on? We're up 14-0. I mean, this is what we should have been seeing in Arizona and New England. I mean, the Steelers are 100% playing with urgency out of this, but, man, what the hell was Arizona and New England then? Like, there should have been urgency in those games. I mean, we were up 13-0 last week on Saturday, yeah. I don't know anymore, man. If we're up 21-0, I'm going down to my freezer and grabbing the Fireball and chugging it. This is on Steelers like from what we've seen all year. I'm like, I guess Tomlin, is he really coaching like he's trying to save his job? Maybe a lot of guys are trying to save their job as the kickoff goes in the end zone for a touchback. Browning takes the shotgun snap over his own 25, and he just fires it at the feet of Joe Mixon. That's actually a smart throw that he only threw it to his feet because Mixon was going to lose about 4 yards had he caught that because the Steelers read that screen well. Since he's kind of starting slow like they did last week against the Vikings, they really didn't get anything going until the fourth quarter. Second and 10 from their own 25. Fires another screen, and that one's caught, and they're going to lose 2 yards there. That was for Jones, number 15. And the Steelers defense read that one well. Bengals keep doing the screen passes, but or at least in this drive, it's not working at all. 3rd and 11 coming up. And Jake Brown is going to call a timeout. The play clock was about dead. So with 13:38 left, I'm starting to read Browning's face. Browning's getting frustrated already. I mean, again, he had the first drive kind of stalled out at midfield. Last drive, they were actually getting stuff going. He just throws a horrible interception in the end zone. Like, that ball had no business being thrown in that direction. And it ended up being a 10-point swing ultimately. 3rd and 11, they do their own 35. They're at their own 24. Browning looks. Watt's got him under pressure. He's hit for a sack. And the ball came loose. Ball came loose, but the Bengals got it back. We got flags down. Larry Ogunjobi and TJ Watt were in there on the set. Don't know who's going to get credit for it, but what's the flag about? Is it going to be holding on the Bengals? And it's the habeas corpus on the Bengals that will decline that. It's 4th down and a big 3 and out by the Steelers. TJ Watt on the initial coverage. And it looks like it's going to be TJ's second strip. And the punt unit is out there and almost blocked. And it's going to take a Steelers bounce, actually bounce the other way, and the Bengals have to down it right at about midfield. So excellent field position for the Steelers as they force a 3 and out. And the Steelers looking to add to their 14-0 lead. Yeah, Urinating Trey posted on Twitter. He said, the Steelers are playing well, and I'm somehow even more pissed at them because where the hell was this in Arizona and New England? Seriously, where was this with those two teams? I mean, God. This is so far, this is the best we've seen the Steelers all year. It's just agonizing. It's like, well, it played down a competition. Like, no, the competition looked better than you in those two games. It wasn't playing down to your competition. It looked like they were just flat out better than you in those two games. And their combined record is 6-22. Oh, God. Happy Festus. The Seinfeld reference. Only averaging 17 points a game since last year. Only the Jets have done worse. From their own 48, give the notch to the 50, and he's going to be tackled. He's almost got a first down. He may have a first down, but it's at least 9 yards for Najee Harris, who's having an all right day so far. Of course, he's been splitting carries with Jalen Warren. Haven't heard anything from Freiermuth and Deontay Johnson yet. But this is only our 14th offensive snap, and our first drive was just Pickens running like hell. Mason takes the snap. They draw a hand off to Najee, and Najee, I think, will get the first down this time. His forward progress has him marked. Yep, they got him marking a first down. He needed one. He got exactly one. Najee ran for 99 yards in the first meeting with Cincinnati. That was his season high. Warren this time has a sidecar to Mason Rudolph's right. And they fake it to Warren, bootleg right. And Mason's going to throw that one away. See, Browning, that's what you should have done before. If it's not there, just throw it away. And it wasn't there. Nothing was there. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 coming up. I'm sure Browning has a lot of Bengals fans yelling at him for that one. So first incompletion Rudolph is thrown tonight. 11:55 left in the second. Rudolph takes a shotgun snap. He's got pressure. He fires a quick pass. The pass deep downfield. The pass is going to be incomplete. Intended for Deontay Johnson. No flags down. I think that was Deontay. Or was that Calvin Austin he was intended for? No, it looks like it was Calvin Austin he was throwing that one for. He had to hurry up and get rid of that because he had pressure in his face. He got there early. There's contact before the ball got there. Third and 10. Play clock running down here. And they just get it off, and it's a low snap. The ball's batted in the air, and somehow Warren's able to make the grab. It's going to be fourth down. He was tackled for about a several-yard loss there on a quick screen. Good job by the Cincinnati defense getting pressure in there. Boy, that was danger close. It could have been picked up by Turner the second. I think Warren was just making sure he got a hold of that. They lost a bunch of yards on that run, on that screen. So it's a quick 3 and out. And the punt is away, and Harvin's going to get it. It's going to be down at the 7-yard line. So a decent punt there. 11 minutes left in the second, and it's still 14-0. From their own 7. Browning on a shotgun. Fires a pass down the middle. The pass is caught to about the 13-yard line for about a 6-yard gain. That was number 80 for the Bengals on that catch, I think. That might have been Hudson. And there's an injury on the play.
They really utilized it for some veterans for these rainy day moments. You mentioned their 2 linebackers out for the year. Now some issues in their secondary, and they've got guys with legit experience that can plug back in.
All right, back in action here. Shotgun with a sidecar left on 2nd and 4. And the give is to Brown, and Brown's going to get about. He might have fallen forward for a first down. Needed 4. It looks like he got exactly 4. As they're showing, oh, that's right, we did get Miles Jack back from the practice squad. And no, they didn't give him the first. It's actually going to be 3rd and 1. They need the 17-yard line. They're at the 16.5-ish. They give to Brown, and Brown, this time he does get the first down. Or excuse me, that's Mixon. From their own 18, 1st and 10. Brown takes the snap, Fires to his left, pass intercepted. 35-30 to the 25-20. Still on his feet at the 15. And is that Bowie? 25, was that Bowie? It is Bowie. Another bad throw. Oh, excuse me, Rowie. Row. And Jake Browning is pissed. He is not having a good day. And the Steelers starting from the Bengals 14 here. Mason shotgun with a sidecar right. Looks left. Under pressure. He's going to fire to his left. The pass is going to be just incomplete. It's going to just threw that one basically away. Nearest guy there was Deontay Johnson. There's a safety blitz. Oh, excuse me. It was Henderson coming off the edge. Or Hendrickson. And Hendrickson's hurt. And that's not good for the Bengals. That is their main pass rusher, along with Sam Hubbard. Second and 10. And the draw hand off to Warren. Warren's going to get to about the 10-yard line for a gain of about 4. Oh, almost messed up my mic. What happened? What happened to Hendrickson? Did he just like jam up his shoulder? Because it was him on the blitz on Rudolph. 3rd and 6. Bengals just trying to hold to a field goal if they can. Rudolph takes a snap, scrambling. He's just going to run, and he's trying to get in for the first down. Did he get the first down? Yes, he did. At the 3-yard line. He needed 6. He got 7 on that run. I thought he was going to be short. Did he? Almost a mini helicopter. John Elway. First and goal. From the 3. Rudolph under center. This might go to Najee. Najee's on the backfield. It is Najee. Najee! Did he reach? Touchdown! Najee Harris! It looks like I'm going to have to go to my freezer. I don't know. Where was that ball when the knee's down? No, I think he's there. They've confirmed it. Extra point is up and through. $21-0, 7:06 to go in the first. I'll be back. What the hell? Why are we up 21-0? Why did Jake Browning pick the worst time to have the shittiest game of his career? It's a young career, but still. Get the shot glass ready. Thank you, Murr and Josh, for that. For your housewarming gift. I ain't gonna bring the whole bottle. I'm just gonna take a shot. I won't bring this back out if it's 28-0. Because we haven't scored 28 all year. And what was the most we scored? 23? Oh, my Lanta. Yeah, get the chaser ready just in case. This stream is not sponsored by this beer, by the way. What the fuck? We're 21-0. What? Hold on a sec. No, we're up 21-0. Why? I don't know why I just decided to yell at my neighbor. He didn't hear that. He's not outside. Kickoff is away, and it's through the end zone for another touchback. Under center is Browning. And they give the Mixon, and Mixon is going to get about 4 yards on that run to the 29. Oh, man. I'll take the shot in a second. Shotgun snap. Looks, pass, caught. Tyler Boyd to the 45, midfield, 45, and tackled at the 41-yard line. Damn air pockets. Big catch and run, a missed tackle by Rowe. You ain't gonna tackle Tyler Boyd like that. Gain of 30 there for the Bengals. And they're at the Steeler 42. Browning takes a snap, fires to his left, pass caught. Again, it's Boyd, and again it's another first down. Gain of 13 on that one, inside the Steeler 30. Man, I really wish we did draft Tyler Boyd in that draft. He was drafted just before us by the Bengals. Browning takes a shotgun snap, pass, slant pattern, caught first down inside the 20 to the 15 and tackled at the 14-yard line. And that is sample number 89. And the Bengals are driving with under 5 to go here in the second. Oh, man. That cinnamon's rough. 1st and 10 for the 14. The Bengals are driving. Looks right as Browning. Pass caught to the number 16, and he's going to be tackled at about the 5-yard line. That is Irwin for a gain of about 9 yards. Bengals, excuse me, I need to change that. Bengals need points on the board here and dearly. And I made a touchdown. I don't even think a field goal would suffice here. Makes the handoff and a screen pass to Irwin, and Irwin is going to be, he's not going to get anywhere. Joey Porter Jr. on the tackle, and he might have even lost a yard, but he definitely didn't get the first. It's going to be 3rd and about 1 from the 5-yard line. Great job by Porter to make sure he wasn't even able to stretch anything, as there's 3:16 left in the second. And the give on 3rd and 1 is going to be to Mixon, it looks like. And Mixon, did he get it? From the way the refs look, it looks like he didn't get it. And the refs said, no, it's 4th down. It's going to be 4th and about inches. And remember, Cincinnati, no Jamar Chase in this game. Clock winding, 2:33 left in the second. And I think Cincinnati's just going to let this wind down. They're going to call a timeout here and think this over. And they do. And remember, the Steelers will get the ball to start the 3rd quarter. Checking on my fantasy, played in 100 leagues again for the 3rd time. Checking on the main ones I've been eyeing. One of my main ones, I benched Najee Harris because I didn't think in favor of Breece Hall and Rachaad White of the Jets and Buccaneers respectively. I didn't think Najee was going to have a decent night, even though he had a great one against the Bengals the first time. But just the way the Steelers were going, it was just like I just didn't think they were going to even perform. How was I supposed to know they were going to perform like that? And the guy I'm up against said, yeah, I put the Bengals defense in there. We both were fooled in this game. 4th down here. The Bengals must convert this. They know better. They know a field goal ain't going to do jack. Shotgun. Mixon to his right. Brownlee throws to the end zone. The pass is going to be incomplete. Do we have a flag? Joey Porter Jr. on the coverage. And no flags. It was intended for T. Higgins in the end zone. What is it? Yeah, they didn't call that. Yeah, they didn't call the one earlier. They didn't call that one. So the refs are letting some stuff go. That was a huge, huge turnover on downs. And it's still 21-0 with 2:14 left in the half. Rudolph from his own 5. Throws a screen to Warren. Warren to the 10 and tackled out of bounds at about the 13-yard line for about an 8-yard gain. Steelers still have a couple of timeouts in the 2-minute warning. See if they can get something going before this first half gun. And Jake Browning is not happy. Oh, excuse me. They actually wound that down to the 2-minute warning. So, I mean, I'm all for wasting the Bengals' chances of getting the playoffs, which, as it was stated before in the pregame, a loss for the Bengals and their playoff chances take a hit. And it takes even a bigger hit if Houston were to win tomorrow. Because Houston owns a head-to-head tiebreaker over them. They do have the head-to-head over the Colts and the Bills. So they do have that going for them. But they would need some losses. And right now, Cincinnati is thinking, Bengals fans are looking at this going, we just might have blown this one, and we need Easton Stick of the Chargers to help us. And this is the first time the Chargers are going to be going without Brendan Staley, who should have been fired 2 years ago after that Week 18 debacle with the Raiders. Changed my mind with that one. Showing the Thursday night game, which would be the Jets at Cleveland, who played the Hall of Fame game earlier this year to start the year off. I actually did a video about that. It was like, has anyone who did a quick little video about that, the Hall of Fame game, to see who has anyone played the Hall of Fame game and won the Super Bowl? There have only been 4 instances, and this includes the NFL championship game, mind you, where a team that has played the Hall of Fame game wound up going to the NFL championship or the Super Bowl, but no one has won it. The last time, I believe, that a team played the Hall of Fame game and went to the Super Bowl was the 2001 Rams. They played the Hall of Fame game, but they lost to the Patriots in the Super Bowl to some guy named Tom Brady. Don't know him. 2nd and 1 here for the Steelers. Need the 15 for a first, and the draw handoff to Warren. Warren is going to find his way forward. It looks like he got the first down. And the clock winding, 1:50 to go. Steelers trying to do a little hurry up. Still got 2 timeouts, but they're not outside their own 20 yet. Quick shotgun snap to Rudolph, and Rudolph has to hurry up and throw that one away. Under pressure, I believe there's Sam Hubbard there on the cover here that was there on the pressure. Oh, excuse me, that's Hill. 92 is Hill. And Rudolph had to hurry up and throw that one at the feet of Jalen Warren. So 2nd down and 10 coming up with 1:36 left. And Rudolph again under pressure. Fires a quick pass. Pass is incomplete. It was intended for George Pickens. Throw was way behind Pickens. He tried to come back forward. Couldn't get it. So just like that, it's 3rd and 10. And Cincinnati might be thinking maybe they can get the ball back with a chance to get a scoring drive of their own before the first half gun. On a shotgun. Rudolph takes the snap. Fires to his left. Pass caught. Was he in bounds? Yes, he was in bounds. And is that Deontay? Yep, that's Deontay Johnson for his first catch of the day. And it's a first down Steelers. Needed 10, he got 11. We haven't heard Freiermuth's name all night yet. 1-2 control. Yep, he's got it. 1:26 left. We're at our own 26. Under pressure again, and he fires another quick pass again intended for Deontay Johnson, and it falls incomplete. We got a flag down, however, and this might be against the Steelers for holding. Yep, it is. And it looks like they probably got Jalen Warren for holding. Oh no, they got Dan Moore. They got Dan Moore for holding. Really? That was holding? I guess I'll take that one over the PI not getting called in the end zone. Snap low and try to throw a quick screen pass, but that was swatted away by 55 Wilson for the Bengals. Thankfully, it's not 55 Vontaze Burfict. Fuck you, Burfict. And Tomlin's still mad about the holding call. So it's 2nd and 20. On 2nd and 10, fires just a check down. And that one was, I think, to Deontay Johnson, but he only got 4 yards. So it's going to be 3rd and 16. And 1:10 left. And Cincinnati is going to call their last timeout. I think if the Steelers are going to try anything, make anything out of this drive, they could just try and chuck one down the field, I guess. No, Rocky was 23 points. It was 23-18. We only scored 23 in that game. I think we only scored 23 in the Green Bay game as well. I believe it was 23-19, that one. 3rd and 15. We need our own 36. We're our own 21. Rudolph. And there he goes. He's going to chuck one downfield for Pickens. Did he get it in bounds? Yes, he did! At the 35 of the Bengals! Holy shit! Catch? Oh, man. I need a sideline view. I think his feet might have been out of bounds, though. Catch? Inbounds! That one view thought he was out of bounds. That satellite view saying he's inbounds. They're going to obviously look at this. This is huge. They ruled it a catch. Now the key is they didn't rule this a catch. So we got to keep that in mind. It was ruled a catch, so there's going to be indisputable evidence that this was out of bounds. But that sideline view looks like he got both feet in. What a catch! And a good throw, too. I mean, yeah, he didn't get him in stride. He had to fall backwards to go get to reel that in, but still. This is a 44-yard catch if it stands. And the Steelers will be just inside Boswell's range. And they still have 2 timeouts here in roughly a minute to work with. Captain Morgan. Did they get Drew Pearson to do a Captain Morgan commercial? And by the way, speaking of Drew Pearson, it's about damn time Drew Pearson got in the Hall of Fame. He should have been in there a long time ago. I really think it was almost a crime that. Hold on.
Play by George Pickens, both feet down, secure catch. I thought Mike Tomlin would be conservative.
He wasn't conservative there. 1:02 to go, and they ruled it a catch. Rudolph throws a quick screen to Warren, and Warren's going to get 5 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 5 at the 30. You ran out of bounds. 56 seconds left. Still 2 timeouts. Man, Pickens only has 2 catches, but holy shit, those 2 catches. He's got 2 catches for 130 and a score from the Bengals 30. Rudolph throws it. Oh, he just out of the reach of George Pickens there. Throw might have been just a bit high for George to get that one. And George has 2 mouthpieces? I just noticed that George Pickens has a green and red mouthpiece, obviously Christmas spirit, and they're showing Pat Freiermuth. He hasn't been targeted yet, which is a surprise to me. I thought Freiermuth would have gotten a pretty reasonable share of targets. He hasn't been targeted yet in this game. 3rd and 5 from the 30. They need the 25 for a first. Alone and shotgun. The pass to Pickens is caught, but Pickens is thrown backwards. And they're saying his forward progress is actually going to lose him a yard. He caught it at the 26. He did fumble it, but he recovered it back. I guess they're going to call. And the clock is winding down. The Steelers are obviously going to wind this down to 3 seconds and call a timeout and get Boswell out there for. And they call a timeout here with 4 seconds left in the half. And Boswell will be out there for what looks like a 48-yard field goal from where they marked it. Boswell, who's been excellent all year, he's only missed 2. For a while, quietly, he was our best player. Now they're going to say this is a 50-yard attempt for Boz. Snap, hold a little troublesome, but Boswell manages to get it through still. Great job by Harvard to handle that snap. And Boswell's 50-yard field goal is good. That was not the easiest snap to handle, but a great job by Harvard to get it down, and Boswell does the rest. So the Steelers, who will get the ball to start the second half, have put together their highest scoring output all year in just one half.
About he has an aggressive personality, belief in himself, and it was displayed in his play. A 21-point lead. What will be your message to the team to close out this game in the second half? Second half football, General, we have some adjustments.
24, not 21.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, this is the most points the Steelers have scored since week 7 of 2020. Or maybe it was first half they were showing. Let me rewind that real quick. Almost first half points since week 7 of 2020, which was the same number, 24. It was against Tennessee, and that was during COVID. No, they've already ruled C.J. Stroud out. They ruled him out yesterday. And yeah, they scored third. Yeah, they did score third. That was the highest they've scored. Yeah, 30 they scored last year, and that was a 30-37 loss. Ironically, was against this very team in this very venue. Even though this is not Joe Burrow we're playing, and no Jamar Chase either. Because right now, I think Cincinnati is going, we miss him a lot. But yeah, CJ's not playing tomorrow. I mean, that was pretty much that announcement was pretty much made either yesterday or earlier today. But yeah, CJ's not playing tomorrow, which for Houston that sucks. They need him back ASAP because a loss here puts their chances in a hurt locker. I mean, Cleveland could clinch. Of all the teams, here's the thing: if Cleveland clinches by tomorrow, I mean, first of all, Kevin Stefanski should be discussed as Coach of the Year for all the injuries he's had to deal with. The fact that he's had Deshaun Watson here, that no Deshaun Watson, you've won your fourth or fifth quarterback this year, no Nick Chubb after week 2. And you're sitting here at 9-5 with probably the best defense in the league. I mean, I don't like saying that. I'm a Steelers fan, obviously. I don't like saying giving too much praise to the Browns, but at the same time, I got to call it how I see it here. The Browns have been excellent on defense, and it's a big reason why they're 9-5 and sitting at the 5 seed and probably going to play whoever the AFC South winner is going to be. But yeah, Houston definitely needs a Cincinnati loss here. Cleveland would love it too, obviously. I mean, the Steelers, well, they're out of the running for the AFC North anyway. Baltimore's only AFC North adversary would be Cleveland. But I think Baltimore's going to win the North anyway. Baltimore's thinking number 1 seed, which they could get it. Could get it. And they're playing Miami next week. And that game right there is probably going to decide who the number 1 seed is. Regardless of how the Miami-Dallas game and the Baltimore-San Fran game goes, which both of those games, I would be very disappointed if those two are bores. Dallas-Miami should be a barn burner. Baltimore-San Fran should be a defensive slugfest. Or even there could be some offensive output. I mean, Baltimore is missing Mark Andrews, but their backup tight end, Isaiah Likely, he's been outstanding in some games. So he's done an excellent job filling in for him. But once again, issues with injuries on running backs. They lost Mitchell for the year. Gus Edwards and Justice Hill is still there. I imagine those guys are still going to be problems, even though San Fran's excellent against the run. Detroit, Minnesota tomorrow on Christmas Eve. I think Detroit's going to win that one. I think last week was their wake-up call and saying, hey, we need to get our shit together. They have a huge opportunity to maybe get the number 2 seed. I think they know they're not going to get the number 1 seed. San Francisco's playing way too good. I think Detroit's mindset is try to get the number 2 seed away from Dallas and Philly. But a win tomorrow, get that North wrapped up, which again would be their first division title since it was called the NFC Central, which I believe that is the longest drought of a division title in the NFL. I believe that. Could be wrong. It's either them or Cleveland. I think Cleveland's last division title was No, not 94. That was the Steelers. Or maybe Cleveland was long. Actually, now that I think about it, I think Cleveland was the longest. Was the longest drought. I think 89 was their last division title. With Bertie Kosar. I mean, I don't think Cleveland's going to win the division this year, but I think that it looks like they'll definitely get in the playoffs here, especially if they win tomorrow. What do you say, Donald? How about that first half? I mean, we scored 21, 24. We haven't scored 24 all year. And we put 24 on the Bengals in the first half. I mean, granted, Cincinnati's defense is not a shutdown defense, but I'm more pissed that where was this? Yeah, well, yeah, Uncle Tim Pickerton, my uncle. I mean, damn, where was this the last 3 weeks? I mean, we were up 13-0 on Indy, but we were basically lifeless after 10-3 after Arizona made it 10-3 when we couldn't cover Trey McBride to save our ass. And had no life basically against New England in the first half. We made New England look like Tom Brady was back. Give me a sec. Sorry, I had to take this real quick. Nasal spray. Nose was starting to get clogged again. 129 receiving yards, most since, well, that shithead. Okay. I mean, the Arizona game I can kind of understand because Kyler Murray's not a terrible quarterback, and now the rain's really starting to come down now over there. Because Kyler Murray's not a terrible quarterback, and Arizona's been playing hard ball, playing tough. I mean, They're 3-11, but they're playing like a 500 team. But making Bailey Zappi look like Tom Brady for one half, come on, give me a break. Kickoff is away and went through the end zone for a touchback. Need to get everyone involved in offense. Yeah, I've only heard T. Higgins' name twice tonight. Or I've only said his name twice. He had a big catch and run earlier that on the second drive. Rudolph from his own 25 throws a quick screen to Warren. Warren gets to the 30, and he's going to be tackled at the 30 for a gain of about 5. Second down, and they actually gave him an extra yard. 2nd and 4 from the 31. And they give him to Najee. Najee bounces off a tackle, and he's going to fall forward for about 3 yards. Third and 1 coming up. Mason on shotgun with a sidecar right. And the give to Najee. Najee's going to fall forward. He's going to be tackled. He's got a first down. Needed 1. He got about 3. Got 5 people in here, huh? Yeah, 5 people in here watching. Thanks for watching. Feel free to hit that like button. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. "13 minutes to go here in the third." I actually got to change that. We're in the third quarter now, not the second. As Rudolph throws a pass that is to Boykin. Boykin with a catch for about 6 yards. It'll bring up second and about 4. Arizona did dominate Dallas. It wasn't a blowout, but it wasn't like it destroyed Dallas, but they did own them on the run game. With Dobbs, and as Rudolph is under center, he gives to Najee, and Najee's going to get, he's only going to get 2. So on 2nd and 4, it's now going to be 3rd and 2. As the clock winds to 12 minutes to go. I think Philly still has to play Arizona yet, too. I think they got to play them next week. As Mason's on shotgun with a sidecar left on 3rd and 2. Looking. Still has time. Now has to throw it to his left, and he throws it over everybody's head. It was intended for Austin. Pressure finally got there, and he overthrew Austin. But you can thank the pressure here finally getting through on that one. Good coverage by everybody there. As the punt is away. And a fair catch called for it at their own 19-yard line. And the Bengals will get the ball down 24-0. They did have a sizable deficit against Minnesota last Saturday. And I've just gotten the news, and this is kind of bad news for the Colts, via Ian Rappaport, that their top wideout, Michael Pittman Jr., will not go tomorrow. So Michael Pittman Jr. out tomorrow. So Indy is going to be left without their top receiver. So they're going to rely on Josh Downs, and John Taylor will be back tomorrow, though. So they do have that. I'm going to adjust some of my lineups then, real quick. Dang, that sucks. I mean, that makes my one lineup easier to distinguish. The Bengals will start from their own 20. See if Browning can get something going for the Bengals. They've had 2 drives in the red zone. They come away with no points. As Browning throws a quick slant pass caught 35-40, 45-50, and he is gone. That is T. Higgins. Just like that, T. Higgins off to the races, and the Bengals are on the board. A similar pattern that they used on Pickens to get his first touchdown. And it looks like the Bengals are going to go for 2. It's obviously roughly a 3-possession game, being 3 touchdowns and 3 2-point conversions. But either way, that was a much-needed shot in the arm for the Bengals. Going for 2. Looks to his left. Now looks right. Scrambling. Now he scrambles to his left. Just shuffles one. Pass caught by Mixon. Just shuffled one to Mixon. Mixon got the 2. So in one fell swoop and a nice shuffle pass to Mixon, as if he was Patrick Mahomes, it's now 24-8. Initially, he was looking left, and then he found T. Higgins was alone in the middle, and that was all he needed. T. Higgins getting open field. as they're showing the probability for the Bengals on their playoff chances, it's 61% if they win, 16 if they were to lose. But an 80-yard touchdown catch for T. Higgins. And the Steelers will start from their own 25. The kickoff was a touchback. And he flings a quick screen, and that's to Washington, our rookie tight end. And the pass is caught, and he's going to get about 7 yards on that one. I do my predictions on Wednesdays. And a quick handoff to Warren, and Warren is going to get maybe a yard. It was actually 2nd and 2, but Warren only got about a yard as Carter was there on the tackle, 95. But Rocky, I do my predictions on Wednesdays. Similar to, I think, about the same time Tom Grossi does his. Which is about the right time to do them, is Wednesdays. I sometimes do power rankings if I'm up for it. But it's too late in the year. It's like, quick pass caught! Pickett's to the 35-20! 15, 10, 5, touchdown, George Pickens! Holy shit, Pickens again! Is he at 200 now? Oh, he answered that all right, Uncle Tim. Why did I bench George Pickens in my one leg? Son of a bitch! Pickens, you're making me pay for that! Extra point right down Broadway. It would have been good in an arena football league and even in rugby. 31-8, George Pickens again. This man was under severe scrutiny over the week for his lack of effort and some blockings. And now he's got him about 200 yards on 4 catches. It's actually a little lower. I think it's like 190 something. Holy shit! Holy shit, Mason Rudolph is actually playing great. Is this really a Christmas miracle? What the hell? Rudolph's kicking their ass. Yeah, they just did. What the hell? Seeing the infomercial with John Larroquette, Melissa Ranch for the new Night Court series, and John Cryer's got a new series coming out. I'm not gonna lie, John Cryer with the bald head looks awkward. I don't know what it is. Like, I'm used to seeing him on 2.5 Men and all that. And yeah, George Pickens doing this and then this. I guess that's him saying, it's like, you're talking, but I can't hear you. Or I'm drowning out the noise. But, oh, man, that is a backbreaker for the Bengals right there. Had a big touchdown. There's a banana bunch to the right from their own 25. Brownie looks. Ball batted at the line of scrimmage and incomplete. Won't you guys are open tonight? They have been open. But yeah, he dropped a dime on Pickens on that one. Caught him in stride. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throws a quick pass is caught for about an 8-yard gain. And that is to T. Higgins. His 3rd catch of the night. With 9:10 to go in the 3rd. Jake Browning, not his best outing. Only once. But he's thrown 2 interceptions. And they probably left on the board. Looks. Fires pass caught for a 1st down at the 47-yard line, their own 47-yard line. That's T. Higgins again. He needed 2. He got about 15. Despite TJ Watt. Higgins with 4 catches for 125, including that big 80-yard, or 75-yard. And the pass is caught. There's a flag down at the line of scrimmage. That is 89. Or no, that's sample 89, excuse me. But there's a flag down at the line of scrimmage. This might be a legal formation on Cincinnati. Nope, they're going to get Steelers for offside. And they'll obviously decline that. As the Bengals are in Steeler territory, they got Alex Highsmith for being offside. Damn. My one league, and I'm in the semifinals, and I put George Pickens on the bench. Yeah, that was a wise decision. Looked like it on paper as a quick pass. Almost intercepted. It went on the receiver's hands. It almost was picked off. Miles Jack almost picked that one off. Again, facing pressure. And, Miles Jack would love to have that one back. It was off of Mixon's hand. And Miles Jack. 2nd and 10 from the Steeler 37. And he's scrambling, looking, he passes, throwing it across the middle of the field, across his body. That was a dangerous throw. falls incomplete, but oh my goodness, that was a ridiculously risky throw. He threw it across his field across his body in the middle of the field like he thought he was Brett Favre. Third and 10 from their own 37. They need the 27 of the Steelers for a first down. Shotgun. 3 wideouts set to the left, to the right. Takes a snap. Looks left. Now looks middle. Looks right. Just throws a check down to Tyler Boyd. Boyd's going to catch it, but he's only going to get 5 yards. And I guess the intent was that they were going to go for it no matter what. It's going to be 4th and 5, and it looks like they are going to go for it, which is the right call. They're down by 23 midway through the third. A field goal doesn't do anything, really. 23 and 20, there's really no difference. So here we go, 4th down. They need the 27. They're at the 32. Shotgun, sidecar right. 3 banana bunch to the left. He's looking. Looks left. Looks left. Now fires out. The pass is going to be incomplete. Intended for T. Higgins. The pass was high. Higgins couldn't reel it in. Didn't reel it in, but he was out of bounds. The Steelers are going to take over with 6:38 to go in the third. Oh, George, you're killing me, man. Oh, man. I can only laugh at that. I can only laugh at that. Oh, 195 he's at with 2 scores. Any chance of a scoregami? Well, if they went for the field goal and kicked it and it stayed there, 31-11. Oh, well, you reap what you sow, I guess. I guess when you play 10,000 fantasy football games, you're bound to make mistakes like that somewhere down the line, especially this time of year. Master, yeah, it's going pretty well. As the first down carry by Najee Harris. I think he got about 5 yards there. Master. Roman, is this you? I hope that's you, Roman. No, it doesn't look like it. I checked your channel here, but and Mason got sacked. First time all night Mason's gotten sacked. And that's back in there. And of course, go figure. It's Dan Moore. It's Dan Moore trying to block him. It's well win. Probably. What else that is? That's how was my old work buddy Roman. Doesn't look like it though. The pass was incomplete, and it's going to be 4th and 12. So a quick 3 and out, despite the turnover on downs. Punt is away. Looks like there's going to be no return. And a fair catch called for at the 32-yard line for the Bengals, and that's where they'll start. Their best field position of the night, it looks like. God, I'm glad I got rid of McPherson. I'm glad I got rid of Evan McPherson. Just now remember I dropped McPherson. I'm glad I did that. Because McPherson's going to get even an extra point. They went for 2 and only touchdown. Again, if you're a Colt fan or you're a Texan fan, even a Bills fan, Bills fans are seeing right now. Because A, they cannot afford a tie with Cincinnati. So the head-to-head does not favor them. So if the Steelers were to hold on here and Buffalo were to win later tonight, Buffalo would be currently going into tomorrow the number 6 seed, with obviously the Bengals, or excuse me, the Texans and Colts results pending, which I don't think the Bills have played either team. I think they only played Jacksonville because Buffalo won their division last year, and the only team in the AFC they would have played was the whoever won that division, which was obviously Jacksonville, and they lost that game. But a win here would. They're saying Cincinnati's probability for playoffs with a loss is 20%. Steelers would be pretty much minute. And Mixon runs to the right. Mixon's going to run for a first down. Best run of the night. Needed 10. He got about 11. It's to under 5 minutes. First and 10 from their own 45. Fires a screen pass to the left, and the pass is caught. Looks like Tyler Boyd, and he got about 3 or 4 yards there. On 6 coming up. Minutes left. 49. Need the Steelers 45 for a first down. And the pass is caught for a first down. At the Steelers. That is number 80 for the Bengals. Can't tell who that is. Who number 80 is for the Bengals. If anyone wants to fact check me on that, here, go ahead. Still got 5 people in here watching. Thanks, guys. I wasn't expecting this many because I figured it would be like maybe 3 max because of the holidays. The Steeler 40. Under pressure. He scrambles to his right. Browning throws. Pass is caught by Boyd, and Boyd's going to get about 5 yards to the Steeler 35. Let me do it. Sure I have enough battery for this. Oh, yeah, I got plenty. Under 3 to go in the third. Bengals driving. Obviously, they want touchdowns. No field goal will suffice here. Browning looks to his left. Fires a pass. The pass is caught. There's yes. The team that's Io Civis. If that was one. Oh, I don't know. It looked like his hand came down before the second hit. The Bengals are trying to hurry up and run a play here before the Steelers can challenge this. Tomlin, I challenge that. And Tomlin does challenge it. That's close enough to consider a challenge. They got the left foot came down. Oh, wow. I don't know. This is a good challenge by Tomlin, though. Tomlin has made some bad challenges. This one's actually a good one. It's a very justifiable challenge. Because if his hand comes down before the second foot comes, or better yet, if his fingers touch. If any part of his hand touches before the toes touch, it's an incomplete pass. Still a great effort no matter what. Iowa Civis is actually having a pretty decent night. I still can't believe I bench Pickens and my Deuces Wild League against the guy who's won it both times. Oh my God, he would have had over 50 points for me if I put him in. I didn't think he would play. I didn't think he was going to have a good game. I mean, maybe if I... maybe if I would have put it, if I knew Pippen wasn't going to go, maybe I would have put Pickens in. But, oh, man, that was a bad call on my part. Oh. And the guy who I'm up against just texted. Wait, who?
That's a nice jurisdiction to have. It has to be clear that second foot comes in
Oh, that's so close. It looks like the same time, and they reversed it. They reversed the call. And it's Browning under pressure, and he throws it. We got a flag down, though. That's probably going to be against the Steelers because that's in the secondary. So it's probably going to be defensive holding. It was 3rd and 4, but yeah, that's defensive holding. And they got Joey Porter Jr. Porter's had a good year, but his biggest problem is that he's been drawing a lot of penalties, and that's iffy. First and 10 from the Steeler 29. Throws a screen pass, and that is to Brown, and Brown's only going to get 2 yards. Peterson on the tackle. Second and 8 from the 27. Browning fires to his left. Pass is dropped. Intended for Io Silvas. And it's going to be quickly 3rd and 8. And again, this is 4-down territory. Before it was 4-down, so it's obviously 4-down territory now. So they need 2 plays to get to the 19 from the 27. Takes the snap. Looks. Fires to his right. The pass is going to be caught for a first down at the 12-yard line. It's T. Higgins with the catch. And yeah, T. Higgins, yeah, he got both feet in. That challenge, so they do have all 3 timeouts, but now it's 1st and 10 at the 12. And they give to Mixon. Mixon's going to get to about the 10 for only 2. As we wind down to under a minute left in the 3rd. Bengals probably prefer to get this touchdown in there before the 3rd period ends. Browning, shotgun, sidecar left. Takes a snap. Under pressure, hit it, sack to Ty Smith at the 18-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 16. And the Bengals are hurrying up. They want to get a play off here before the 3rd period ends. 15 seconds left. From the 17, they can get a first down. You need the Steelers 2 for that. Browning looks under pressure. Throws it low. Pass is caught. Nixon, but he only got 2 yards. And that is the last play of the 3rd quarter. So decision time, I imagine this is going to be they're going to go for it. It'll be 4th and 13, but I have to imagine they're going to go for it. I mean, they went for it earlier. They might as well go for it now. Night Court got Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in this. Nice. Well, they could get through. So 4th and 13 for the Bengals here coming up. And this is obviously a must-score situation. If they want to keep any hope of winning this one alive. Steelers' last 2 games, they have to travel, for both of them, they have to travel west on New Year's the Seattle Seahawks, who they themselves is vying for playoff position. And then the regular season finale on January at the old crab cake. Now the big question is, what is Baltimore's status going to be? What is our status going to be for that game?
Hits the ground. He doesn't survive it. Now, the third quarter still has. Well, the reason he had to get rid of his ball.
So, okay, actually, we're in the third quarter yet. That pass was ruled incomplete. There was still 3 seconds left in the third quarter. So we have 1 play left in the third quarter. And they're actually going to bring McPherson out for a field goal. This is a peculiar thing because they didn't bring McPherson out earlier. Manageable, sure. It was about 4th and about 2 or 3. Last I remembered. I mean, I know it's 4th and 15, but you're down by 23. Sure about this decision. I think official Jaguar Gator 9 is going to have something to say about this one. It's only a 35-yard field goal. Kick is up and it's good. And that is officially the end of the third quarter. But really, that field goal, all that changed was, okay, you don't have to go for 2 on your 3 touchdowns, but you're still down 3 possessions. You still need 3 touchdowns. So you're counting on your defense to maybe get a 3 and out on a couple of these drives.
Hey, happy Christmas Eve, Eve.
Yeah, happy Christmas Eve, Eve. Love you, Phoebe. That's true. It's Christmas Eve, Eve. So you're counting on your defense to maybe get. Kickoff is away, and the kickoff it goes to the end zone for a touchback. We haven't had a return yet. I don't think anyone's returned anything. And they're showing last week when Pickens basically didn't here wasn't blocking at all, but Pickens is certainly in the receiving end today. Steelers first and 10. Mason from 25. Pitch to Warren. And Warren's going to get maybe one, and that's it. See if Tomlin gets conservative with his play calling here. As Rudolph is on a shotgun with the sidecar to the left, and he gives it to the sidecar, that being Warren, and Warren's going to fall forward for, say, 5 yards. So it's be third and manageable coming. That is. Still 5 of you watching. Thank you all. Hey, so we can have 400 for the day. Third and 4 coming up. We're at the 31, need the 35. Rudolph fires it deep down the field. Pass overthrown. He had Deontay Johnson open. He overthrew it. Oh, if he caught the man, if he dropped the dime to Deontay, still running. Oh, and Rudolph wants that one back, and he knows it. One of the few missed throws he's had all night. And the punt is away, and actually it is going to be returned, but he's only going to return it for a few yards. But tackled at his own 34, so some reasonable field position for sit. So they did get a 3 and out. Bengals try to make a comeback. As stated before, playoff chances in the 60s with a win. Puts it in the 20s. And as stated before, the Bills and the Texans, Colts are big fans of the Steelers right now. Because an 8-6 team losing, best thing they could see. Heck, even tomorrow is a good thing for them. I got a feeling I got a feeling Peacock. The Bills and Chargers might be more of a downer because, obviously no Justin Herbert. Keenan Allen's also out. This is the first game for the Chargers without after firing Brandon Staley finally as a quick screen pass to Joe Mixon. Actually just gets back to the line of scrimmage. There's a flag down, however. Uncle Tim, that's 5. And there's a funny story behind that. And it looks like they got the Bengals for the old habeas corpus on TJ Watt. So it'll be 1st and 20. As the clock winds to 13-16. And another flag is down. And it looks like it's going to be the cha-cha. Yeah, it was only 5. And Uncle Tim, if you're still watching, 73 with a false start. Jonah Williams, that is. Melissa bought me a 6-pack of these Yingling Hershey's, but she only gave me 5 because she was like Forrest Gump. She's like, I drank 1. I was bawling laughing. I was crying laughing at that. Melissa, if you're watching, I love you. That was hilarious. I was dying laughing when you did that. When you gave me a 6-pack with 1 last beer because she's like, I had to make sure it wasn't poisoned. Quick screen pass to Chase Brown. Gets about 6 yards. It'll be 2nd and 19. That was great. That was one of the best Christmas presents I ever had. Was getting a 5-pack beer, not a 6-pack, because my best friend wanted to make sure that it wasn't poison. I was almost on the floor laughing. That was hilarious. Second and 19. Browning looks. Fires down the middle of the passes. Intercepted. It's Alex Highsmith. And that might be the old see you out of here, Cincinnati. I don't care if it'll make playoffs. Get the fuck out of here. Put that ball over there. Joe Browning. Yeah. Let's fucking go! Fuck it, let's sign Tomlin to a 20-year extension. I don't fucking care. Merry Christmas! 3rd turnover of the night. Let's get a touchdown to bury this sucker. Hand up to Najee. Najee gets to the 40, tackled at the 37 for about, let's say, 4 or 5 yards. It's fun. Highsmith with a 2nd and INT tonight. Let's put it at 38. Let's put this dagger in Cincinnati. Hopefully this keeps them. Be like the Pirates with that big 9-run comeback. Draw hit up to Najee. Najee's got a 1st down. Needed 4. He got about 5. Clock winding. 1:35 to go. You know what? I don't care. I don't care if we've been bad all year. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to enjoy tonight. Why not? Because why not? My mic's still working? Yeah, it's working. Hand off Najee to the 30. He's going to fight his way forward to about the 25 for about a 7-yard gain. Now we're looking like the Steelers. No, not yet, Uncle Tim. Let's put more points on the board. I want more points. This requires 38 points for Elvis to lead. Okay. Come on, 2nd and 3. Bengals 25. We need the 22 for a first. Snap a little high. They give the Najee. Najee's going to lose a yard. Flags all over the place. This is probably going to be illegal motion or illegal formation because it was coming from both ends.
Ball downfield. He has done that today. He hasn't hit all of them, but he's hit enough of them to put a little sense of excitement in the.
Mason's actually having a good night.
Especially if it is not completely 100%.
If Pickett's whoa. I guess it was a penalty on the Steelers, but the Bengals declined it, obviously. Third and 3 coming up. If they accepted it, then that would just have the Steelers just run more clock off. 3rd and 3. They need the 22, for a first. And they give to Warren. Warren, I think he got the first. He does. First down Steelers. He needed the 22. He got just past that. Nine minutes to go in the 4th. Just going to off. And they give the Najee. Najee is going to fight his way forward, and he's going to get about 2. But the more time off the clock, the better. Second and 8 from the 19. Need the 11 for a first. Pitch to Najee. Najee's going to lose yards. Najee lost about 4 yards on that run. Stayed in bounds, though. So the clock will continue to run. Under 8 minutes to go. I guess at this point, just protect the ball and get Boswell out there to kick a field goal. To tell you the truth, so we can have a scoregami. And that pass was incomplete. And with 7:24 to go. Oh no, excuse me, it was actually Pass was caught, but he was short of a first down, out of bounds with 7:24 to go. Tomlin just going to go for it? He's keeping the offense out there. And the Steelers call their first time out. I guess they're going to think it over. Showing the total yards they put up since they fired at Matt Canada. They had 421 in the first meeting against Cincinnati. Had 317, 264, and 216 after that. And I guess they finally made up their mind they're going to put Boswell out there. Field goal. Boswell was good from 50. And a great job by Harvin on that said field goal to handle what was a wicked snap. So let's see if Boswell can be good from 30. And the screen went black. And showing a trailer for a Jason Statham movie that is just another Jason Statham-like movie where him is just being a English badass. Seriously, is there ever a movie where Jason Statham is not doing anything like this? Like, I kind of Jason Statham can do a drama. You know what I mean? Now they're still showing commercials. Boswell's about to kick a field goal, I think. And all of a sudden they went to commercials. Did someone run on the field or something? Like, what the fuck? They're still showing commercials. Am I? Showing a talent. I don't know. What the hell? Okay, now they're about ready to show the. Okay, now we're about to have the attempt.
Efficient, poised, confident, willing to throw it deep, and it has paid off.
Yeah, what I liked is that they were letting Mason Rudolph just go out there and just let him throw. Field goes up and right down Broadway. Would have been good in the AF in the Arena Football League. 6:57 to go. And it's 34-11.
here today. Ran hard, ran tough. But really, this was more about Mason Rudolph and some explosive plays down.
Yeah, this has been more about this day has been about Mason Rudolph and George Pickens today. And the defense has played outstanding too. 3 takeaways. And I think we've gotten points out of all 3 of those. I think we've gotten 17 points out of 3 takeaways. So with 6:57 to go, unless that's Peyton Manning over there, because Peyton Manning's done something like this before. Alex Highsmith's had a day himself, too. Got a sack. They're showing that there, and I'm pretty sure they're going to show the interception here. Yep, there that is. With a banana bunch to the right, just a quick draw handoff to Chase Brown, and Brown's going to get about 5 yards, and it looks like the Bengals have pretty much conceded this one. And just a terrific, outstanding performance by the Steelers all around. Easily their best performance all year long. And it's a option, and then actually they fake the handoff, and Browning's just going to slide right at the line of scrimmage. And it's very quickly just 3rd and 5. And it looks like Cincinnati's just conceded to the fact that this one's over. And they just want to run the clock out and get the hell out of Pittsburgh and get ready for a New Year's Eve battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. Browning looks. Pass to the middle. Pass is caught for a first down to the midfield at about the 48-yard line is Irwin. It's basically practice mode, if you will. With 5 minutes to go. Draw handoff to Brown, or excuse me, that's Mixon. And Mixon's going to get about 8 yards. This is basically garbage time yards and points if there were points. This obviously would have been, I feel like this obviously would have been a different game if this was Joe Burrow under center and if Jamar Chase was available. As there's 4.5 to go. And again, a draw handoff to Mixon. And Mixon is not going to get the first down. He's going to be a yard shy as the clock continues to wind to 4:15 to go. And the Bengals have an uphill battle to get in the playoffs with their remaining schedule. Again, they're at Kansas City next week, and they have their home. And they have to be at home in their finale against the Cleveland Browns, who dominated them at week 1, and then the Bengals are going to be called for a false start, which about summarizes their entire night. Has Wilcox, who got caught. Not a lot of penalties tonight in this game. No personal fouls have been called either. Just like holdings or illegal contacts, no pass interference, no roughing the passer, no unnecessary roughness, which is surprising for a Pittsburgh and Cincinnati game. And AFC North game, you expect penalties like that. But we haven't had one yet as Broderick's going to hit and sacked. Miles Jack is in on that one, who was just elevated from the practice squad yesterday. And the Bengals are just going to punt this away with 3:06 to go. And the ball is going actually going to take a favorable bounce, a nice bounce for the Bengals. And the Bengals are down at the 4-yard line. But yeah, this night belongs to Mason Rudolph and George Pickens. A lot of us Steeler fans had basically little to no faith that Mason Rudolph was going to make a difference. But 17-27, those are okay numbers, but 290 yards and 2 touchdowns. He also ran for a first down. And Rudolph, mishandle on the snap. And he actually had to run a mishandle on the handoff with Warren. And Rudolph had to get a hold of that ball and make sure he got out of the end zone so there wasn't a safety. So it's going to be, he lost 3 yards, so it's going to be 2nd and 13 from the 1-foot line. But they still got to run a play before the 2-minute warning. Imagine Rudolph's probably going to sneak this. Nope, they give it to Najee. Najee's going to get about a yard or so. And this will run down in the 2-minute warning. Again, it's all irrelevant now. This game is pretty much over. The Steelers are going to be 8-7. The Bengals are going to be 8-7. And this is going to hurt the Bengals' chances severely because the Steelers will be ahead of the Bengals due to the fact that they have that the Steelers are going to sweep them. So the Bengals can ill afford any kind of tie with the Steelers at the end of the year. Because division tiebreakers come into factor first before any kind of conference record or any strength of schedule or anything like that comes into play, which is why the Colts are ahead of the Texans at this point. Speaking of that, I want to see what are they going to show tomorrow? Okay, so locally we're going to see on CBS, we're going to see the Browns and the Texans, which I imagine we were going to see that. And on Fox, we're going to see the Lions at the Vikings. And Fox will have a doubleheader. Obviously, that's going to be the Cowboys at the Dolphins, which could be the best game on the card. Maybe Ravens and 49ers are going to be the best game on the card. You never know. We might have a surprise game like I don't know, maybe a Seattle and Tennessee could be good as far as like very close, like an overtime thriller. Steelers have a third and 10. Just gonna hand it off, and it's gonna be Warren for about 3 yards. Cincinnati gonna call timeouts and it's gonna let the clock die. Yeah, they're just gonna let the clock die down. Steelers will punt this away, and Cincinnati will. I imagine they're gonna take knees. But again, what a day for Mason Rudolph. He's got to feel like he's on top of the world right now. With the day he's had, he overthrew a couple balls, but he got a couple of deep ones to George Pickens. Just overall an outstanding day for Rudolph. Win this game tonight, Rudolph. Yep. Steelers playoff chances still pretty small, though. Although it's roughly about 13, 14%. But losses for Houston, Buffalo, and Indianapolis will help. And the punt's away. And it's just going to stop at the 48-yard line for the Steelers. And now the question remains. Yeah, you can say it now. You can say it now, Uncle Tim. The question remains is, okay, is Kenny Pickett going to be ready for Seattle? I mean, if he's not, then we know who we're going to go to. We're not going to go to Mason. Even Kenny Pickett smiles. I'm going to enjoy this one. I mean, I want to enjoy this one. This has been easily the best outing the Steelers have had all year. Finally put more than 23 on the board. Maybe it was too little, too late. Well, now we're getting physical. About time we waited till the last play of the game to get a little physical. And up. There was the flag. Oh, man. I spoke too soon. I spoke too soon. I spoke too soon. Oh, man. We almost won the entire game. Oh, let it be on. No, they're just going to let it die. Oh, they just said, fuck it. We'll just pick the damn thing up and let the clock die. Oh, let it be on. No, they're just going to let it die. Oh, we did get a scoregami. So our current playoff probability is 12%. The numbers could go up if we get some losses from Houston, Indy, and Buffalo. We still probably can't make the playoffs, but you know what? If we're keeping Cincinnati out this bitch, I don't care. Just like I said in that short that I did with the Pirates coming back from 9 runs down to beat Cincinnati. Get the fuck out of here, Cincinnati! Merry Christmas, everybody. Good night.